and the stories begin. Welcome to the ride.
What up, what up, what up? KG is feeling it tonight. Nubian Sumo is about to light it up tonight. And I'm tired tonight. But I got time for you. Welcome to Saturday Night. Welcome to the Sideline Junkies Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs presented by, I don't know, what we presenting by? We presented by anything?
We presented by the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network in conjunction with Helen Hunt Motors. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Helen Hunt Motors is back being our sponsor. If your money's funny, your change is strange, and your credit won't get it, come on down to Helen Hunt Motors. Because I guarantee you, you're going to walk off the lot with something that you love. If you need a car to get you from A to B, bring your big ass on down to Helen Hunt Motors. We got everything you can ask for, from Yugo to Acura to AMC to AMG if you want. We can get anything you want at Helen Hunt Motors. That's right. You need a reliable vehicle that can get you to A to B and sometimes even C, go to Helen Hunt for it. Let's go.
Sure, I'm about to go now. God dang. Maybe I can get the D.
Pause.
I was going to say these nuts.
Pause.
Yes, we'll pause. You
First
always
off,
gotta go.
I'm mad that he said he's selling Yugos. First off,
well, we sell it. Helen Hunt Motors sells anything you need. If you want it, we can procure it.
You want one, don't you, Sumo?
No, I want a Datsun. How about that?
You want a
Really?
Datsun?
Give me a Datsun.
That's not even a problem. We have a gentleman that's called our procurement manager, and he can get anything you want
On the low.
No questions asked.
Just gonna cost you $350.
Just don't ask no questions. Do you love the car? Don't ask why the VIN number scratched off. Do you want the car or not?
Tires come later, but you can get the car. Oh man. Well, thank you to our sponsor. May not be a sponsor that long, but thank you anyway.
Well, Helen Hunt Motors has been in business for almost 10 years now.
On a black web.
Okay.
I guess it's still longevity, though, so we'll give it to them. One way or another. One way or another. So, gents, how's it been? It's been a couple weeks. I know technically you can kind of say there's been some stuff going on out there in the wrestling world, but we did want to call back to a couple things. 2 weeks ago, we did a little bit of a recap tribute, if you will, to Ted Turner, but we did not have our resident Southern expert when it comes down to, all things wrestling. So Sumo, if you'd like to take a moment and just tell us about your thoughts on billionaire Ted and how he contributed to the wrestling industry and possibly, where we're up to now in sports and sports entertainment.
If there was no Ted Turner, there would be no WWE. And if you think I'm wrong, you can fight your mama.
Okay.
Ted Turner was the one who came up with the idea of putting professional wrestling on cable television. He started up the Superstation, Channel 17, WTBS. It wasn't originally TBS. I forget what the call letters were. It had something to do with Georgia, something W something GA, something like that. But he started off with Atlanta Braves baseball, Andy Griffith, and professional wrestling. And it got him over. A 6:05 start time to make himself different, to put himself in a different position in the ratings. That ended up working for him. I mean, he was a man ahead of his time. When Vince McMahon came to him and offered to buy the time slot from Georgia Championship Wrestling, and WWE took over, he knew right away that it wasn't something that his people wanted.
Right.
And he was like, how do I get out of this? And that's when he went to Jim Crockett Jr. Jim Crockett Jr. says, what do we need to do? And he says, Vince wants $1 million. And he says, okay, here's the check. Gave Vince $1 million. Jim Crockett took over the 6:05 time slot on Saturday nights. And with that $1 million, you got WrestleMania.
Yep.
Without WrestleMania and WrestleMania doing what it did, you would not have a WWE. So again, for anybody who has any issue with what I said, you can go fight your mama. Because everything I just said is the God honest truth. It is.
Look it up.
That man was a genius among his time.
Up until the internet.
Well,
he was good up until the internet.
Till the internet, yeah. But
God dang Ted. He had one job, stay ahead. He was good up until the goddamn internet.
Well, hey, you had to go back, go see if you could find a Ted's what was it? Ted's Bison Grill? What was it? Ted's Montana Grill, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, go get you a steak in his honor. That
I'm in the wrestling business.
So yeah, it's a shame that he has passed away. It was a shame that he had to give up. Turner Broadcasting and to all the Time Warner stuff and all that stuff that happened. But we had him while we had him, and he everything is done for a reason and a season. People are around for a reason and a season, and he had his reason and his season.
A couple seasons, because I ain't gonna lie to you. When that announcement came out, I had to look side-eye. I thought maybe it was an April Fool's joke, not in April. Because I was like, I could have sworn he passed already. Like, y'all sure? Billionaire Ted? I'm like, yeah, Ted Turner passed. Like, God dang. What the hell has he been doing all this time? My man was just ghost.
Yeah, just chilling out.
But I guess when you got that kind of money, you could disappear.
Sitting on all his stacks of money. He probably still got some of that 80s money.
He probably still alive. God dang. Over there calling what's his name? Magic Johnson. Like, Magic, I'm still alive. You still cured? All right, then we good. And then hang up the phone.
When you got that type of money that he had just from investments, I mean, we talk about TBS. TBS gave birth to TNT, CNN, 24-hour news channels. Like he did the damn thing in so many different lanes, man.
I'm gonna blow your mind, KG and Sumo. I want y'all to think about this, what I'm about to say. Network television and the internet is the new real estate.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Unlimited amount of space at the moment, because everything else land-wise, you couldn't even get 2 acres in a mule these days, truthfully, because everything is owned by the government.
Yeah. But
the airwaves is free reign.
You know what killed TV? When we went from analog to digital, that killed TV as we knew it, our generations, how we knew it, you know, because I overlapped into you guys' generation a little bit because, you know, I was born in 81. So I overlapped into you guys' generation. So I was like at the end of the NWA generation on TBS.
Right.
And it wasn't a weekly show for me. I used to watch it every night, at 7:00. So that, you know, that's how I became a Sting fan. And I hated Flair growing up because he was just the dirtiest player in the game. But as I got older, I understood you're supposed to hate Flair because Flair and the Four Horsemen, they're heels. That's how you know that they're so good, because you hate them. But we had cable TV at a point where you had maybe 500-600 channels. You had an A and a B side, you know, of channels, and it was different stuff. But when we went from analog to digital, you couldn't just watch TV. You couldn't just get a TV, plug it up, put an antenna on, and be like, all right, forget it. We got it. You know, I can watch something. Let me see. I got to move this antenna around so I can watch. For us growing up, WFTY, Channel 50. Was where we watched NWA wrestling. That's where you watch it on regular TV. WBFF, Channel 45, that's Don's station in Baltimore, and WNUV, Channel 54. So if you miss something on one, you can go to one of the Baltimore stations and catch it a half hour later.
Yep.
You know, Saturday mornings watching WWF Superstars and getting mad because Hogan wouldn't show up to wrestle, but he would show up and do a promo after Soul Train at 12:30 on Saturday afternoons on WDCA 20. You know, but once we went to digital, we lost all of that. We lost, at the time, UPN, the WB, and stuff like that. Now it's the CW. We lost all of that. So you had to be forced to get a cable package to get that. And then once you get a cable package, instead of you having that box where you could watch all your wrestling, you could watch everything in that box, the world opened up, and now it's like, yeah, you can watch so much other stuff. And now we're in another shift where everything's on streaming platforms now. So TV is dying out in favor of streaming platforms.
And the radio. Believe it or not, radio is suffering.
Oh my God. Who you telling? With the streaming of music, I used to listen to talk radio from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I still listen to games every once in a while on the radio, but it's not like it was.
Oh yeah, I knew we were doomed when you have to pay now to see Sesame Street. Like, come on now.
What was the PBS tagline?
Yeah.
PBS Kids brought to you by viewers like you.
Yep. And then PBS ended by viewers like you.
Let me tell you something. WETA is the PBS channel in DC, and they had this thing called We the Kids. I got 3 kids that I raised as We the Kids. And we had cable, we had satellite, but Dario's living example. Like, when we got home from the babysitter, my man was like, it's 4:00, Arthur's about to come on. If anything interrupted Arthur, we had a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I was talking to the ladies today that was setting me up with my glasses, and we were just talking about that, how it's hard I know we are a wrestling show, by the way, but we talk about life. We'll tell you about some things, but the conversation was revolved around how hard it is as parents in this day and age to be able to really have a conversation and relate to what the kids are going through. Because truthfully, we can't. Our TV went off. Their TV is still going at 3 o'clock in the morning on their phone. We can, shoot, we can talk trash. We can do somebody dirty, whatever. We'll never know what they saying because they all the way on the other side of town at their house. We just have grudges. Like, I hated you for 40 years. And then the other person don't even know that you hate them. Now, I hate you. It just came across my Twitter feed. It's like, what the hell? So these kids got so many different things they got to negotiate. And, going back to wrestling.
Kids? What you talking about? I was just talking to somebody about Gen X versus Gen everybody else.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm like, y'all can't relate to what we went through. So, do you know what a latchkey kid is?
No, they don't.
What? I've never even heard that term before.
I don't even understand how my mama let me do that. Thinking back at it, I'm like 5 on the bus. 2 times, I'm going to show you how to make this bus trip. You better pay attention. And then the third time, I'm taking my 3-year-old brother on the bus.
I used to leave my house at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Go out with my friend, leave the house with my friends, go out and play. Probably about 11 o'clock noon, we go to somebody's house, get us a molasses or a peanut butter sandwich from somebody. If we need water, we go to somebody's backyard, turn on the hose.
Mm-hmm.
And
drunk out the hose. God.
Yeah. We were all back in the house before the lights came on.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get asked where we were, where we'd been, nothing. As long as we got back in the house before the lights got on, and we got back safely, everything was cool. Right. Even if you got to a fight, you got to a fight today? Did you win? Okay.
Yep.
Man, we tell the kids about this. Our parents had to be reminded they were parents because they had that commercial come on at 10 o'clock before the 10 o'clock news.
There it is.
10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? That was that one. I forgot to see that boy in the house.
And the drugs one. Where did you get this from? Where did you get this from? I got it from you, Dad. I got it from you. I was like, no.
Man.
This is your brain.
Yep.
This is your brain on drugs. Which do you choose?
Get the picture?
Get the picture. Get the picture. Get the picture. Y'all don't relate to shit like this. Come on, man.
Who the hell killed McGruff the crime dog?
I went back. I was at home for my mother had my father threw my mother a surprise birthday party for her birthday a couple of weeks last weekend.
Okay, tell her we said happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I was at the house and we were having this conversation. And I said to my nephew, I was like, hold on 1 minute. Went back in my bedroom and pulled out a cassette tape. I was like, do you know what that is?
No, you didn't.
He's like, what's this? I was like, you don't know what that is. You've never seen that before, right? He's like, no. I was like, okay, hold on. Went out to the garage where my stereo turntable is. Ooh. And pulled the little gimmick with the that you hold you put the record on so it'll drop down.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what's this?
Huh?
He's like, huh? I ain't never seen that before. I was like, right. You know nothing about my generation. You could not have lived in my generation. You would not have survived in my generation.
Like, you don't need nothing tricky on an escape room. All you got to do is lock the kids in there with a rotary phone.
That's it.
Done. You don't need no puzzles. Call me and you can get out.
It's a dude on TikTok, and I got to start sending this cat to you. he goes at these creators that talk about, oh man, we were 90s kids. We were born in 96, 97, and 98. We knew about the 80s. He was like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
He said, everything you watched in the 90s, we had already watched. He said, you don't know nothing about getting up on Saturday after Saved by the Bell went off and you sitting there stuck because Zach and Kelly broke up. You don't know nothing about that. You don't know about that heartbreak. He said, you don't know about Corey and Topanga breaking up at Disney World. You don't know about that heartbreak. You watched that in a rerun. You don't know nothing about that.
Shit, KG. These kids don't understand that there was actually a commercial for Lucky Charms that had a cliffhanger.
Yes.
And you couldn't find out until school went back.
Man.
Like, what happened to the kids? I gotta know.
No. I had my youngest brother's wife got cussed out because she didn't know who Victor Newman was.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Are you serious?
No.
What? You know
what? Victor.
We all sitting up looking at Young and the Restless, and she's like, who that old man?
That man that got more black wardrobe outfits than you will ever see in your life.
Let me tell you two things. And my godmother asked me one time.
We'll get the rest eventually, folks. Just hold on.
Eventually. She asked me one time, who did I want to be when I grew up? And I told her I wanted to be Victor Newman. She said, why do you want to be Victor Newman? I said, you're the most powerful man on daytime TV. Why wouldn't I want to be that? And she had no argument. The second thing is, when it comes to cereal, my daughter loves Cookie Crisp. And I tell her, the only way I'll buy you Cookie Crisp is if you sing the original song. She said, I don't know it. I'm 44 years old. I was a big TV kid. You know, I stayed on punishment a lot. So I was, when I wasn't outside, I was in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to go watch TV. And then I'm a big cartoon buff. And I got her all the kids, I got them in the DuckTales and stuff like that. You know, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. But I told her, I was like, sing the Cookie Crisp song and I'll buy you Cookie Crisp. I do this in the middle of the store. And she won't do it. She's like, I don't know it. So I look at her like I'm looking at her right now. It's Chip the dog and Cookie Crook. Cookie Crisp is what it took. Little cookies they can't resist. Make them howl for Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp. See, she don't know that. She don't know about Chip the dog and Cookie Crook and Cookie Cop. She don't know that.
No.
She know about that wolf that's on this box. She don't know about that.
Not at all. And that's just if you had money cereal.
Yeah, you didn't get man. Man.
We can't even get to Murray's and all the other stuff. You know,
like, what y'all talking about? Man, what? White box, black letters, cornflakes.
Crisp of rice.
Yes.
There you go.
Crisp
of rice.
Yep. Heck yeah, boy.
Brown long box. Cheese.
And you better give me my change back when I pay with these food.
That was the best damn cheese you ever got, buddy. Let me tell you something. Put that,
because it was real.
You cut off a piece of that damn cheese and put it on some bologna and smush fry that shit.
Oh my God.
Heck yeah.
My wife found out.
Cross it so the bubble don't bubble up. Shit.
My wife said that's nothing but Velveeta cheese. She said we was eating high off the hog for real because that's Velveeta. She said that cheese that we used to get in the block
back in the day, yeah.
He said that's nothing but Velveeta cheese. They just changed the packaging. It's all Velveeta. That's why it melted so good. That's why it tastes good. My grandmother used to put it on tuna casserole. I hate tuna casserole to this day because of that. Not because of the cheese, just because my sister and my cousin used to eat all the cheese off the top, and then they just leave macaroni and tuna in and shit. And you trying to heat that shit up. I don't like that shit. My mother cooked that. I'm like, all right, I ain't coming to see you until all that shit gone because you're going to try to offer me something. But I'll call you, but I ain't coming over. But that ain't nothing but Velveeta.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best grape juice you ever had came in that black and white can.
Yep, we got some.
And I found out, Lovey, ain't that Welch's grape juice?
You know about that Welch's?
The welfare, the black and white can, ain't that Welch's?
Oh yeah,
it's Welch's grape juice. That's why it tastes so good. But it tastes better out of the can.
Remember, I used to lick the top of the can before you diluted and made it, for the full thing. I licked the can. That stuff was good. Grape and apple juice. Like, what?
Man, them frozen joints, Donald Duck orange juice. These kids don't know nothing about that. Man.
If I could turn back time. God dang. Shoot, I wish I could let these kids experience some just a taste of good food.
Man.
Scrapple. God dang.
Oof. But see, if it's Scrapple, it can only be one brand. It gotta be Rapper. If it's not Rapper, I don't eat it.
Bullshit.
What you got?
Nieces.
Who?
That's good too. That's good
Nieces.
too.
I've never. I may have seen it once or twice in the store.
Nieces is the only brand of Scrapple, South meat, liver pudding, all that.
See, that's where we stop right there. I was good with the Scrapple.
Yeah, once you say South meat and liver pudding, I'm good.
Every time I hear,
I don't even eat pork.
I heard liver pudding. I'm like,
I don't even eat pork anymore like that.
About that.
Back in them days, shit. Put some of that damn liver pudding in your grits. Oh shit! Woo!
Ugh.
That's the stuff that definitely is sticking to your bones.
That's country living.
Dang.
That's country living right there. Y'all know nothing about you city slickers. Don't know nothing about that.
Nah, look.
Right. I got close.
I spent a little time on the farm. No, I didn't have to eat that.
And my grandma
would cook my puff rice, and I'm good.
She would cook that stuff, but like I can't. I may have ate as a kid, like when I couldn't remember, thank God. But I'll say everything, there's only two people that I would trust to eat some chitterlings from. And that was my grandmother and my mama, because I know they clean the hell out.
You're not supposed to trust everybody's chitlins. You can't eat everybody's chitlins.
No.
That's
as a kid, you didn't know any better.
Number one. That's rule number one. Your mama and your daddy didn't teach you anything else. They told you, do not eat everybody's chitlins.
Yep, because they don't clean it right.
They don't clean
what
them
you
right.
talking about? Then I had to help clean it. I was like, yeah, I get it. God dang, I'm tired of cleaning this goddamn shit. What a hot sauce at. I'm tired of shit. But I will not eat pig feet. I used to get in trouble all the time. And it wasn't because it tastes bad. It just ain't have no meat in it. You're like, well, you got to get between the toes. As a kid, I go from neck bones that are huge in your beans, and you got meat all over it. It's like, God dang, this is better than chicken sometimes. And then hit the pig feet. Where the meat at? As a kid, you're like, yo, what the hell am I putting all this work in for? Just keep sucking on it. Like, for what? I'm hungry, goddammit. What the fuck am I just supposed to do with this pig foot? Give me the damn neck bone and let me keep moving. Trying times, man. Trying times.
Neck bone, you ain't grown enough for neck bones.
Yeah, I wasn't. Shoot. I'm glad I couldn't wait to get grown so that way I could actually get something other than the leg of a crab or a claw if I was lucky.
Now, hold on.
At the little kids' table. Hold
on. I was just telling BJ about this yesterday. I was telling the family about it. When Pete, this dude did a video. He's like, when we used to be at cookouts as kids, and all you could have was a hamburger or a hot dog. You didn't get no chicken, and you damn sure wasn't getting no crabs. I'm like, yeah. Where did you go?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Scrambled egg and cheese on a bagel.
God damn.
Yeah, on a bagel. Yeah.
That's some city living right there. You don't need a bagel.
Yeah. Look, you eat a scrambled egg and cheese.
Put that on Wonder Bread.
Yeah, so it's either white or wheat on a bagel. Nah.
Jack had to be at a diner or something. That's some good eating right there. If they got you a goddamn bagel,
a bagel,
shoot, man, and some orange juice, she was living half the hog that day, pun intended. Making me hungry.
Field trip, you lucky because on a field trip you supposed to be getting that warm bologna sandwich.
Yeah,
and be sitting out all day. The cheese only melted. The only cheese only melted on it because it's been sitting out all day in that hot lunchbox.
That lunchbox don't keep nothing cold.
Jack said it was banging.
Nothing.
I bet it was.
That thermos didn't keep nothing cold.
Nothing. But you had to have it because I had a transformer on it. God dang it, G.I. Joe.
Oh, no.
Mine was Star Wars.
We'll go there. Let's talk about
$6 million man. I had a $6 million man lunchbox, buddy. What you talking about?
You don't know about that. You don't know about that, Sumo.
You don't know about what?
How many times you ran in slow motion? Your parents like, what the hell are you doing? I'm a $6 million man.
What you know about that, boy?
Shoot, and then you be begging your parents because they have the little bumps or something. I need you to go ahead and hit that hard, ma. Why? Because I'm gonna be like the fall guy. Come on, now we can hit that. So you just get that little bump. That or the Dukes of Hazzard, boy. Come on now.
Oh man, Dukes of Hazzard got me in trouble so many times.
A lot, yes, because I had no idea what the hell a goddamn General Lee was. I knew that was an orange ass car.
No, but I always wanted one. Always wanted a General Lee.
Well, I had the toy, had the big wheel, all that stuff, man. God dang, that
my
night
granddaddy
ride,
stopped. My granddaddy stopped me from watching Dukes of Hazzard. He saw me watching Dukes of Hazzard one night. He said, "What the hell are you watching?" I'm like, "Dukes of Hazzard." He's like, "You see that damn flag on the top of that damn car? You looking at the Dukes' shit? Turn that shit off."
It was a decal. Mad when I couldn't find my flag to put on top of the General Lee. Like, where the heck the flag go? Shit, it don't look like the General Lee, it's just orange. Shoot. But shout out the Roscoe Pico train.
I really couldn't have him. I was like, well, dang, if he's mad about that flag on Dukes of Hazzard, I really can't let him watch wrestling because the Freebird's gonna piss him off.
And that's the one thing that stuck. It's like, God dang it. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
But in all its craziness, that's the innocence of what we went through as we transition back to wrestling. It's who cares what they were wearing or what it was. We just enjoyed the message. And the message was good guy, bad guy, larger than life, good guy, larger than life, bad guy, and they battling, and I got to see who wins. Period.
Shoot.
And then when it cut off, you mad because you missed some of it.
I wanted Union Jack tights because of the British Bulldogs. I wanted a Bulldog, and me and my sister wanted a Bulldog as kids, and we wanted to name her Matilda. Just because of the British Bulldog. We were big British Bulldog fans.
You want to know something interesting that just came to me, KG, as you said that? Isn't it interesting? And I guarantee you, y'all had the same situation growing up as kids. We learned about Black History Month as Black people in class. We learn about Pearl Harbor. Somewhere, maybe you may see an Asian person. Who the hell went to school with somebody that was Native American?
Me.
Okay. You did?
Yeah.
I didn't. And I'm like, God, how many times are you going to learn about how Thanksgiving and we took the shit away from the Indians? I don't see no Indian. Well, until I got older.
I went to school with Chavises and Stricklands and
no Indians that I encountered in Baltimore City.
I went to school with plenty of them.
Really?
Yeah, I went to school with plenty of them. Yeah.
Were they pissed off? Hopefully so. Like, we gonna learn about Thanksgiving, these motherfuckers. We gonna do a school play these Sundays. Who's gonna play the Indians?
They were just as ignorant about it as we were, and everybody else was. Yeah.
Really? I would have thought that.
They didn't. And if they were smartened up, they didn't say anything.
Okay.
Because this is elementary school for me. Like I was telling my wife earlier this week, I was like, my elementary school is a true melting pot. You had everybody in it. And then as I got older, it started thinning out. By the time I got to high school, I was in a predominantly Black high school. I mean, it was probably 94, 95% Black, maybe 2% white, and the other 3% was all Hispanic. But we never had any issues. It was to the point that everybody was just cool with everybody. We would just like, see each other in the streets and just be like, okay, what's happening?
Thank you, Jack. Always appreciate you. Good to see you when you pop in. Man. Love seeing all the different places and the interviews that you've been doing. You'll keep up the good work on everything that you got going over there in the passenger seat. And then also your second podcast that you do. I apologize, I'm brain farting on the name. But we keep an eye on you, so keep rocking out there, man. And getting those daggone good ass bagels. Man, I have to give us a secret on that. How you get these goddamn good ass Scrapple bagels and shit. We're gonna need some of that. Send that down. Can't get that at Panera Bread, I can tell you that much.
Hell no. Now Panera Bread got some damn good breakfast sandwiches. You ain't getting no Scrapple in there.
You ain't getting no Scrapple up in there. You can't even get the
you gotta go to one of them mom and pop joints that open at like 4 a.m.
Heck yeah, the greasy special up in there.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I finally went to a Waffle House. It's actually not that bad again. It's been last time I was at Waffle House. What was that? When I was originally down there in the A? Was it 20 some years ago? Sumo, we would hit up a Waffle House after the zone or something like that.
Yeah.
Then finally I went back. I was like, all right, I don't even know. Probably the reason why after a certain point, you just felt like you were inferior if you didn't know how to order. So they'd be like, yeah,
okay,
man,
well,
I put in my Waffle House order. And I'm like,
in the spirit of another podcaster, Muscle Malcolm.
Yep.
What was your Waffle House order?
Shit. Back in the day, I cannot remember. I just ate. Truthfully,
I'm talking about the one that you did. You said you just went. So what,
I got the.
What was your Waffle House order?
What was it? The steak and eggs. I mean, it was basic steak and eggs with the blueberry pancake on the side.
Pancake? They got pancake.
Pancake blueberry waffle. I'm sorry, blueberry waffle on the side. That's sometimes the IHOP in me comes in. So if I got to remember not to say the IHOP order. So pancake sometimes gets in there, but the blueberry waffle, just basic. Because like I said, I was just so intimidated. I'm like, I remember.
Did you have the Waffle House sauce?
No, I didn't. I said I feel like a virgin in Waffle House now. I just show up and it's like, all right, let me just get what the picture is, and that'll work for me. So I got to start experimenting because there's one right by the house, so I'm going to start getting in the experiment. But every time I go, there's nobody else there, so I can't ease in, to hear what they ordering. But I have watched, his podcast stuff, and that like the Usos. If you watch what their Waffle House order is going back to wrestling, you're like, God dang, they laying it down. Making me hungry.
Yeah, you saw that time Sami Zayn was doing that interview with the two of them, and he said Waffle House, and
he perked up, didn't he?
Yeah, he perked up. He's like, what?
What?
Yeah.
Waffle House. What you know about that, son? What you know about that, my little Canadian friend? Let's go ahead and get that Waffle House going.
I've never had Waffle House before, just to let it be known.
Really?
What?
Have you been to a diner? At least a traditional diner?
Yeah. When Waffle House, we used to go to King's Dominion every summer as kids. So you had Aunt Sarah's Waffle House, Cracker Barrel. So we always went to Cracker Barrel. But
y'all had some money. Y'all had some money back then. Cracker Barrel was
a traditional diner. Yeah. Don, you be familiar with this because so would you, Sumo. Y'all ever had the College Park Diner?
Once, yes.
It used to be called Barnside.
Mm-hmm.
No,
before they changed the College Park Diner, it was called Barnside. Now it's a Barnside down in Virginia on Little River Turnpike. But I would go in there, me, BJ, Delonte, Isaiah, we would be riding around Baltimore all night. And we wouldn't eat nothing in Baltimore. We'd be on the block, up and down the block and everything, and walking through the inner harbor and everything. About 2-3 o'clock in the morning, we start heading back, and we stop off and go in there and get a steak and eggs and stack of pancakes.
Yep.
Eat that and go on home.
Good.
And I had gotten to the point when I was working at night, if I would get off early, I would call my wife and ask if she was asleep. Of course, she wasn't. And I'd tell her, put her clothes on. We're going to get something to eat. And we would ride up there like 3-4 in the morning, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning to get breakfast. And we took the little one up there one time, and she had this pretty stack of pancakes and everything at 4 in the morning because she wouldn't go to sleep, but she slept that morning.
Yep. That's some good eats, man, especially at that time of the day or time of the night. Man, it's just like that food just hit a different way. Shoot. Remember the times Sumo, we used to go to the diner out there at Buckhead, right around Buckhead. We bumping a Bismarcky and all that.
Talking about the Buckhead diner off of Piedmont?
Yep.
Yep.
You never knew who you was going to see when they just walking. They just chill. We eating, they eating. And, don't make any eye contact with us. We don't make no eye contact with them. It was like, that's what's over there. Like, yep, okay. Shoot, let me keep eating this food. Good diner food. Them fries, man, be hitting. Woo! Just man. We're speaking about things in the past and I don't mean this in a negative connotation, but there's really no good way to segue into it. But we definitely want to recognize somebody else that has, been influential in the past and provided us a lot of great moments and also sports entertainment moments. And that was, RIP to Kyle Busch, former 24/7 champion, but definitely more so, in that NASCAR game, that was aggressive. And, he came up and came through, through racing with, my favorite NASCAR driver of all time, Dale Sr. But in, the wars that he had with, Junior and everybody else, out there, at Daytona and Talladega, Charlotte Motor Speedway. I mean, Kyle Busch has put in some serious work in that racing category. Arguably one of the best of all time. It was a shocker to see, that he passed, but also more shocking to see that, the reason why. So I know I'm speaking to myself on this one, but, please make sure on behalf of, the Kyle Bushes of the world, go get checked out, for something, if it's your eye check, your dental check, or, if you're feeling kind of weird, just go to the doctors, get checked out, just to make sure that you're good, or get an answer to what could be ailing your faculties, just so that way you've got some information. But take care of yourselves when it comes down to it. But, shout out to Kyle Busch. He wasn't always my favorite racer because, I'm racing against him in the video games, or, my chosen guy is, I'm like, hey, if I'm rocking with the Rainbow Warrior today, then God dang it, you better freaking rub his race the hell out of Kyle and push him out the way and, take that shot and get that ball rolling. So, great racer, great humanitarian, did a lot for, was it people that were trying to get in vitro, if I remember correctly, and stuff like that. So, helping families grow. He's done a lot, him and his wife and his family, and his racing team. So, Sumo, you got any thoughts? I know you been through that not wrestling, but racing world with the NASCARs and stuff like that. You got any thoughts on Kyle Busch?
Yeah, I mean, he like you said, he can be considered a legend. I mean, one thing about it, he never did win Daytona, but he has won a lot of races, a lot of major races, and I mean, he was one of the best ones out there. So yeah, he will be missed on the track.
KG,
I said this when it came down, and because the news came down right before the Thursday night throwdown. Not this Thursday past, the previous Thursday, and it all came down, and sitting there stunned, man. And it was just like, well, okay, they say he pulled out of the Coca-Cola 600. Okay, wasn't feeling well, but come to find out, he had been pushing himself, doing what you got to do. And I said this on Thursday in the wake of his death. Us men, and what men I'm talking to, when everything's on your shoulders to get it done, you don't give yourself an out, you don't give yourself any excuses, you go get it done. And you say, the hell with how I feel. I got people counting on me, Sumo, you guys know what I'm talking about, because you guys do it too. You push your body to the limits to get shit done, because guess what? That's your job, to get shit done.
Don't mess up the money.
And I know I'm sitting in light company, and I know as across the network, it's the same thing. It's light company. Shit got to get done. We get it done. But us as men, we have to sometimes take inventory of our health and prioritize that more. When you don't feel good, you got to take inventory. Okay, is this I need to take some medicine, don't feel good, or do I need to go to the doctor, don't feel good? Or do I need to say, screw it, go to urgent care? Yeah, it's going to mess this up, but I'd rather you go to urgent care and mess up the money than you wind up in the hospital and you don't walk out.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kyle Busch is I think he's number one in all-time wins in NASCAR on 3 different levels, from the Truck Series to the Xfinity Series to the God, I was about to call it the Winston Cup. Jeez.
Yeah, no, it's grown. I think he did IROC too. I can't remember if he did IROC.
But he's got the most wins total. And they've been showing videos of him. He was riding down the road and he saw a guy with his hat on. And he pulled up beside him, slowed down, and got his attention. And that made the dude's day. Just little stuff like that. He was a man of the people.
Yep.
And you hate to lose a light like that, man. But
I agree. And you know, when I heard the news and why and what happened, my first thought, you know, on the wrestling side of thing was, man, Eddie, Bray Wyatt, you know, people that just, you know, like you said, push themselves, work through the pain, and then, you know, just lay down and it was their time. So, you know, to any athlete, you know, shoot, it's you know, it's a privilege. You know, we got the NBA finals going on. I know Maddie was covering the NHL, if I remember correctly. But, you know, we've got folks that are just going out there, putting their bodies on the line for our entertainment and for the love of the game, you know. So as much as we may like this person or don't like that person or this team or that team, you know, we still got to remember everybody's a human being, and, you know, at least give them the grace of a thanks for, you know, what they're doing, even if they are a New York Yankee, Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, technically, we can't hate the Penguins anymore from Baltimore because they don't have Jaromir Jagr. We took them to the Caps. So I guess, you know, Penguins are okay now. But definitely, the hell with them damn Yankees and the Pittsburgh Steelers. But y'all good peoples. You're good peoples. You're good peoples. But y'all can go to hell. Just, you know, because it's Baltimore. And a goddag on Browns. Fuck y'all. No disrespect. Y'all good peoples, though. You good peoples. You good peoples. But I ain't gonna forget about them damn Colts. So you know, thank you, you know, and hopefully you know, send the love out to Kyle Busch's family, you know, from the Wrasslin side, because, you know, he gave us some entertainment, you know, big WWE and wrestling fan, but also, you know, we giving him respect and the flowers because we appreciated him for his driving capability and his humanitarianism. So just wanted to cover that. And I know it's, you know, part of the job, as they say, you know, we're going to gain some and lose some. Hopefully we get a little bit of a respite before we have to have any other, you know, big conversations like that. We don't need 2026 to start wanting to pop off crazy. We need a break, to say the least. And speaking of breaks, we don't have a commercial break, but we do have some craziness, right, KG? Some, you know, 6-7 fumbles there that have been happening. I appreciate that you may want to, you know, enlighten the people on as you were contemplating what the hell has been going with the state of wrestling right now. So I think you got something special for us.
Yes, indeed. This right here, this segment is about the fumbles of 2026, just in wrestling in general. And just my wife sent me something. This is my first fumble. You know, it's not really any order. It's just what happened.
Okay.
My wife sent me something, and she was talking about
excuse me,
when Jay Uso showed up on Cameron and Mace's podcast, and he pulled Mace over the desk. He pulled Cameron over the desk and put boots to him. You know, put the hands on him, put the paws on him. And I told her, I was like, yeah, it's a work. But why didn't we ever run with this? How did you fumble this and didn't run with it?
Who there knew what to do with it?
That's the problem. The
only person that could have resigned, and that was, in my opinion, Road Dogg.
Yes,
he would have known what to do and how to book that.
But that's the problem that we're dealing with these fumbles. It's a lot of people that's sitting in creative that's not being heard, and then it's a lot of people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So that fumble that was one fumble right there. My wife brought that up, and I looked at her and I said, "Yeah, it's a work, but we didn't do anything with it. We didn't cultivate, as I like to say. We didn't work that." Another fumble. When Ronda Rousey going to AEW.
That was a one-off, and I said that when it happened. That was a one-off. That was strictly for publicity for that fight. No more, no less. And the fact that now it has come out that TKO has banned pretty much everything Jake Paul and MVP, the company that he's dealing with, that put that match on, that put that fight on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that even brought that to light. So, yeah, that was a one-off. I knew from the giddy up that was what that was. All that was publicity for that fight.
But they could have did. It still may have been a fumble, Sumo, because why could Marina Shafir be part of the group that walked Ronda out? If we're doing synergy for the MMA 4 horsewomen, why couldn't she walk her out too? It would at least put the two together. You're going to come and rescue your girl in a sports entertainment thing and put over your fight. Why can't your girl come out with you to help support you from the wrestling aspect to put over your fight?
Because Jake Paul was still trying to get in cahoots with TKO and WWE at that time. It hadn't come out yet that TKO had banned him.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense then. That makes sense.
Because Jake Paul was supposed to be getting involved in WWE at one time, remember?
Yep.
He was trying to get in with his brother, and they were going to do. They were, from what I read, they were trying to do a tag team thing with him where they were going to be together, and maybe go against the Usos or something like that. Brothers versus brothers. So, yeah, that's what that was. I mean, you are now direct competition against the UFC and TKO. So now you're banned from WWE.
But the funny thing is, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a commercial for the fight doing Raw?
Yeah.
So he still may have an in one way or another.
Maybe.
It just depends on what it is.
Yeah, we'll have to see down the line, but as of right now, they don't want anything to do with Jake Paul. Yeah. And I wouldn't either because all of his fights are fixed.
Well,
there you go.
Professional wrestling?
No, it's a difference between fixed
I know. But I just wanted to, kind of create a little bit of a branch of a parallel there. It's like, well, y'all almost doing the same thing.
I mean, you got Ronda Rousey making $2.5 million on this fight. You got the other Gina Carano making $1 million. And they go out there for what?
17 seconds.
17 seconds.
The lead up was longer than the goddamn fight. But I will give them credit. The undercard was hot. I was happy. And that's really what I wanted to see was, could they deliver on the undercard? Only one I was disappointed with was Diaz because he got his ass whooped. I'm like, come on, dude.
That's the thing with not only UFC but with boxing as a whole. The undercard is better than the main event most times.
Mm-hmm. But was it really? If you really look at it,
I didn't even watch the fight. Did Ronda Rousey win?
Yeah, 17 seconds.
17 seconds on the armbar tap out.
Yep, she shot, bumped her head. Transition over to the armbar. Soon as she leaned back, it was done.
But look at that! Whole undercard and what it was. It was folks who haven't been in the wrestling in the boxing ring in years.
But they fought sumo. Well, I mean, granted, there was a bunch of first round knockouts or taps, but they were fighting like it was. Carano should not have had that short of a distance between her and Ronda as a striker. That's just 101. You need to have as much distance and make them want to shoot towards you. All she had to do was play the Chuck Liddell game. Baka, 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 all day long with the jab. Make Ronda have to close the gap in order to shoot to get the armbar. But she just, ding, 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 I'm ready to stand and bang. Let me go ahead and walk towards her. Cancel Christmas. You can't do that on a judo person.
The only thing missing in that fight was Gina Carano doing this.
Yep.
But I'm going to tell you this. It's to the point with combat sports as a whole, whether it's UFC, K1, boxing, it's not exciting anymore because you don't get to see undercards are supposed to be where you see the up and comers early. Mm-hmm. You see the guys that are trying to break in, maybe first professional fight. You see them on that undercard. And then when you get to the middle, you see guys a little bit more established, somebody maybe on a comeback trail or something like that. And then when you get right up to that fight before the main event, it's the two guys that are going to have a war. And they could steal the show because they're the next ones to take over.
Mm-hmm.
Like you might have two guys that are 19-0. And, this may be for a low-level belt of something. But then your main event comes, and that's another thing. Main events at most of these things start, the whole card starts at 7 o'clock, but the main event don't come on until 1:30, 2 o'clock. Motherfucker, we old.
You missed this one. You missed this one because all 5 fights on that main card, except for one, ended in the first round.
Yep. They had to fill it. Because I was curious about that. I'm like, is this going to continue? And as it was, I'm like, oh, snap.
That fight was over. That fight was over before 10 o'clock.
And
that whole card was over before 10 o'clock.
And they were contractually obligated for a certain amount of time with Netflix. So even with the Ronda fight ending early, they still had to fill the time. So it was 30 minutes between the last prelim fight before the main event that they had to fill. Off the cuff. One of the other things I will say that way made it exciting, and they weren't ready for it, and Netflix, I know, loved it. They had to have, was Mauro Ranallo's commentary. God damn.
Mauro Ranallo is just,
goated. I mean, Mauro was going off.
Come on.
I'm like, man, it's so good. I told my wife, like, man, if you would have just heard this guy in NXT, Jesus. Woo! Talk about Jim Ross being the voice of NXT would be nothing without Mauro Ranallo.
So Don, since you watched the whole fight, you watched the whole card.
Yep, the whole card from the 5 minutes before I watched the entire thing.
Which was better? That MVP fight card, all 5 fights, versus Ray J's fight.
No, all 5 fights.
I'm sorry, that Ray J fight was great.
You just wanted to see, an ass whooping.
I'm sorry. That second round when he got hit with that one hitter quitter, he was just stuck.
Done.
He was stuck. He was stuck. And then he fell forward into the rope.
See,
I
thought was, where's Joe Rogan when you need him? Because I know Joe Rogan and Mike Goldberg, I was like, it is all over. Yeah, that's all I want to hear.
I mean, he was sitting there stuck, and then he had the knot on his head, and the old boy was just giving him the business. Like, Ray J, you talked all that trash, man. What happened?
That's what happened to Nick Diaz, though. He talked all that trash. That fool wasn't even coherent enough to even do a post interview.
Fight again. And then Ray J was like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Why did you do that? You messing up the money. And I'm like, he just sitting there telling on himself. Yep, he's putting himself under federal indictment.
Yeah.
In the middle of the ring.
Bitch assness, stop right now. If you took the L, you took the L.
I guess if he had one wish.
He's sitting there.
For real. For real.
Sitting there talking all that crap after the fight. Now he about to be under federal indictment for betting on himself.
Oh,
Pride.
my God.
Pride. Like, you's a goddamn moron, Ray J.
Now,
best thing you'd have done in recent time is Raycon earbuds.
Here's another fumble for you, and I think both of you gentlemen agree with this. I can't put it all on him, but he's got to take the fall for it. He got to take the brunt of it. Triple H's WrestleMania season booking. When we walked into WrestleMania season, when we got on the road to WrestleMania, there was nothing exciting, and we talked about this leading up to WrestleMania. Now, WrestleMania turned out way better than what I thought, and I think it turned out better than everybody else thought. But we were talking about this. There is no storyline that was leading up to WrestleMania that had me like, oh, man, I got to see this. I got to see this. You start looking at that I'm going to the bathroom on that match. If I ain't got to go to the bathroom, I'm going to the bathroom, play on my phone in that match. I might play Roblox on this match. Oh, I might play Fortnite on this one. You sitting there looking at the road to WrestleMania, and it took them so long to announce what the matches were. I think when we got to that point, looking at it, we knew right then and there that WWE's booking was cooked. And then to see the behind the scenes of Road Dogg asking, well, why would we do that? What sense does that make? That's not going to make sense. And in him being overruled, it shows that sometimes you got to take your hands off of stuff and leave it alone and let people around you do it. What made NXT so successful when Triple H and Shawn Michaels was running NXT? What made it so successful? They did their thing, but they had writers and everybody else doing everything else. They didn't try to control everything. Mm-hmm. He's trying to be Vince when we don't need a Vince right now. We need a group effort on this project.
I don't know. We may need events right now.
No, that's what happened with NXT. And you want to talk about a fumble from the past?
Trust me, I know.
NXT went downhill, and they
had to for WrestleMania season. Could USA Network tell Vince what he need to put on TV during WrestleMania season? No. Could the CW or whoever else tell him, Fox tell him what no, this is WrestleMania. This is what it's going to be. Not, hey, hold up. I know y'all got a plan and that's where y'all going with your long-term booking, but that's not going to happen. I need McAfee over here. I need this over here. I need this over here. Why? Because I said so. I need this rapper over here. I need this musical person over here. He needs to not only just be in the crowd every single week, he also needs to somehow be injected into WrestleMania for a match, and you need to make that happen. And I don't care about what the heck your plan was. This is now your top priority. That's what also, happened in real time, and we're watching it. And that's the dark side of, again, no kayfabe or anything else, because all this information is coming out on social media. So now not only are we looking for the emotional investment that we want them to show us, we're not even we can't even ask for legitimate answers as to why the hell is Randy Orton, the Viper, needing to get encouragement from somebody over the phone, and the one person over the phone is Pat McAfee to encourage Randy Orton to be Randy Orton. That don't even make sense.
Booking is cooked.
But on the other side of the coin, and I'm trying to start working my way back towards it, I'll be honest, I'm thinking about it. You got AEW that is getting good reviews on matches, but their show is like 40 hours. Now you go do half of your full-time job, come back, they still in the middle of the damn card. So they need to branch it out, or if anything, AEW would benefit from 2 nights. God dang, instead of just one. And then you got WWE that doesn't put enough matches. And then, they're trying to work all this other stuff out. And then and I get it, it's Netflix, and it's part of the payment structure. But if you're watching WWE, if you're watching Raw on Netflix, some of the underlying story building is happening during a commercial break that you don't see because it's under a paywall. So some of those bridges that we were missing, I don't know what's happening because we got this super promo that's being cut by the top heels. Trick Williams had some in there, stuff like that. And then you find out about it way after the fact that, oh, yeah, I'm like, what the heck did this interview? Did this happen on Raw? I watched the whole show.
It's a short on YouTube.
Background.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have to go look for commercial breaks on the internet.
But go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say, I'm also not going to pay ad-free because I remember bitch-ass Netflix. Don't mean that, by the way. But just saying that, somebody else said it. I remember getting an email saying, thank you for being a loyal Netflix customer. You're grandfathered in. Your bill is never going to go up. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Netflix. I did ride with y'all for a long-ass time, getting that stuff mailed to my house and day one in the beginning for the streaming service. I'm glad you're going to treat me like this. 5 hours later.
Fight.
Yep.
Got
Exactly where I was gonna go.
Johnny.
Oh my God.
And then you did it again?
Yep.
Disney Plus did the same damn thing. Got Disney Plus on day one. I'm like, y'all know I got you. I'm gonna roll with y'all. I'm down with it.
Oh, just wait. Now that Paramount and HBO Max is together now.
Well, this is
I'm just glad my Paramount Plus subscription ran out because I'm just sticking with HBO Max now. I mean, I'm getting my Star Trek, but whatever. I'll wait till they merge. They'll eventually merge.
Yeah, it's just a hot mess, but yeah, that pissed me off, and I agree with that fumble, KG. And was it the Four Corner Boys laughed at me and thought I was being crazy, but I could not get emotionally invested in WrestleMania. Almost forgot that it was happening. By the time we talked about it on the show, I was like, oh shoot, if we wouldn't had to have a show on it, I may have missed it.
The only match I was looking forward to was Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. And now, round 2.
Mm-hmm. Now, are we going to give it to Brock? I think we have to.
You got to give it to Brock.
Because Brock is not going to be clean.
You got to give it to Brock because SummerSlam is in Minnesota, and that's going to be his retirement match.
Wait. He left everything in the ring. We can't do this over again.
No, you got to think about it. In typical Brock fashion, what did he just do? He won up the black man. He won up Mark Henry. Mark Henry at least got us with the salmon vest and all that stuff, and then swerved us, and we was all like, "No, Mark, don't go." And then he did what he did. What did Brock do? He took it to the next level. I dropped my shit. I'm out. And what do we see on Monday? Out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar with the retirement. People having comments about Brock Lesnar in matches, and everybody we talked about it like, can't believe Brock is gone. Thank you, Brock. All this stuff happening. Got it.
Moving to the forever part of the intro.
All that, like they dug deep, 10 toes deep in this one to swerve us. Excuse me.
And you know what?
I can't go out like that. I can't go out like that. I just don't feel right going out like that. So I got to get my get back.
Mm-hmm.
My next fumble is what you guys alluded to earlier, just a few minutes ago, and that's the fumble of Raw being on Netflix. Even though Raw been on Netflix since last year in January, but the fumble is, I don't give a damn about none of your numbers. Now, Raw has always had commercials. Not a problem. You don't give us the commercial and the action side by side. Because somebody complained about that. I seen people, oh, that's the stupidest thing possible. Are you interested in the fucking commercial? Or are you interested in what's going on Raw? Because if you're interested in what's going on Raw, watch the box on the right. If you're interested in the commercial, watch the box on the left. It's not rocket science. But we don't get that anymore. And then we're paying for a streaming service, and you still got ads. And I remember Netflix didn't have ads. I remember Peacock didn't have ads.
Nope,
I can't watch an episode of Good Times now without 4 ads that's like at least 80 seconds a piece just to watch an episode of Good Times. Now, again, I wouldn't be mad if I could watch an episode of Good Times and you threw in commercials from the time when Good Times was running. I wouldn't be mad at that.
No, everybody would be mad at that.
I wouldn't.
Come to McDonald's, $2 hamburger. The fuck?
If I'm watching Chippendale Rescue Rangers on Disney Plus and you wanted to throw in a commercial from the early 90s, late 80s, I'll take that. Give me a Mac Tonight commercial for McDonald's. I'd be okay.
What you know about that? What you know about that?
I still got my Mac Tonight Jeep from the McDonald's toys, man.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about.
Like I still got that. But I just, it's a fumble because you're going to streaming services. We can't watch pay-per-views because I know if Perry was around, Perry'd be like, man, your lawn's turning brown. Yeah, get off my lawn. We lived like kings and queens. We were a civilized society. You could watch WWE pay-per-views on the network because you paid $9.99 a month. And you could watch every pay-per-view. Then you could go in the vault. If you missed it, you could go in the vault and watch it again. We don't have that anymore because now on Netflix, it's like, I don't want to watch Raw on Netflix. It feels blasphemous in my opinion. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but it feels blasphemous. And I think this whole streaming thing with not only Netflix, but the pay-per-views being on ESPN. Oh, we're going to put the first hour on ESPN2, and then the rest of it, you got to be on the ESPN app. Okay. I pay for the ESPN app, but you're telling me the app that I pay for monthly is not good enough to watch wrestling pay-per-view, so I have to get another additional $30 a month in an app that I already pay for that used to be free.
Mm-hmm.
I got to do it all over again. Yeah, that's the biggest fumble because what you're doing is you're turning people off. We're in an economy that 2 bags of groceries is going to cost you anywhere between $75 and $100, and you still ain't got shit in them 2 bags. We're in an economy where gas is between $4.15
and they charge you for the bag.
Don't forget about the charge for the bag. Don't forget about that.
Well, at least in Maryland they charge you for the bag. I don't know about anybody anywhere else, but yeah, Maryland
it's not as a store.
Yeah. And we got gas that's between $4.15 and $4.75 for regular
watered down gas. Say it specifically.
It got to be watered down because it's not everybody saying my gas not lasting. I used to fill up on Monday and didn't have to fill up to the following Monday. I fill up on Monday, I got to fill up again on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Even adding fuel injection cleaner don't matter. It's still flowing through. I understand how anybody with a large car, like I couldn't survive if I was still rocking with my van. It's like, oh hell no, like fuck it, you know what I'm saying? There's no way. It's insanity.
But you want us to pay an extra $30 to watch something that we used to watch for free. But if you want to take it back even further, yeah, we used to pay $49. No, it was $29.95. Then it went up to $39.95. Then it became $49.95. And then it became $59.95. We paid that because it was a pay-per-view. Great. But you're asking me to pay not only for the pay-per-views, you're asking me to pay additionally just to watch something that I used to watch that was included in my cable bill. A basic cable at that.
Don't feel bad, KG. I'm going to make you even more mad in 2 different sentences. The first sentence of being screwed over. Remember that time period where everybody had to get the cable box? I mean, the what do they call it? The free airwave box, converter box,
the scrambler. No, you talking about the digital box? Yeah, the digital box.
And you hook that thing up, and there was a lot of goddamn channels. He's like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm glad. Now use one. Well, you really don't need it now, but go look at all the free channels you got now. It's the same damn channel, number .1, .2, .3, .4, and then another channel, .1, .2, .3. Like, what the fuck? I went from like 20, 30 different network channels to maybe less than 10, and they're just duplicated. And that's supposed to be free.
I was in a cigar lounge today. I didn't know that there was an ESPN 8.
The Ocho? You ain't know about that?
I never knew about the Ocho.
Yeah.
That started out as a joke.
Yeah.
And it became
and
real.
it still is a joke. You know what I fucking watched on that shit today?
Was it cricket or was it snail racing?
No. A professional, major league table tennis.
Yes.
A professional fucking what was it? A professional kickball game. a championship game, mind you. That a team from Maryland won.
Okay, respect. We'll take the win on that. DMV, shout out.
They had some competition where they had these men and women in these form-fitting tights, long full-length tights, walking up a damn plastic wall of stairs, soaked down with soapy water, to see who was the first one that could go up these damn steps.
Yeah, that's about right.
And a college dodgeball game.
God damn it. The fuck?
Like, where was dodgeball when I was in college?
Yeah, you're about to say, that's two things that should not go together. College and dodgeball. Like, this should not be, what did you play in school? I got my letter from dodgeball.
With headshots.
Oh,
this
shit.
girl got wrecked. Full facial. That thing bounced off her head, off her face and shit. She went.
Turn it to the Undertaker.
She almost flipped over. It was funny as hell. She took that bump and bounced. It was funny.
But if you think about that, Sumo, before the Ocho really became something, that was a lot of the filler and stuff that we saw in the bathrooms, the ESPN zone, and in the screening room and stuff like that. They just, they just entertained it. It just wasn't stuff that they were regularly showing. But that was also and is also core ESPN from back in the day, when they would just put anything on just to fill the slots. Now they just got too much ESPN out there.
At all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Shoot, I wish you need to think back on training and stuff like that. We used to walk in and see what they had up there in production, had up there in the screening room. Or sometimes in a sports arena, you just look up like, really? Like, okay, I guess it's Tuesday. And wasn't nothing to that super extreme, but might as well have just been that. But the other thing that I was going to mention on that second thing that I promised is what really frustrates me about WWE and Netflix. Why the fuck is there a time limit on a streaming service that has no other streaming things happening after? Why are you timed or limited in something that matters not, because everything is a la carte other than the one thing that is airing live at that time? So if you wanted to overrun, why can't you? If you wanted to go 3 hours and 30 minutes, why can't you? What the fuck does it matter? There's nothing else controlling you. I don't understand how they didn't put that into their contract. We just run the show, and we could take as long as we want. If you want to end AEW, go 3:30 1 week. Then another week, go 2 hours and 15. Then another week, we're gonna have a super show 4 hours. We're gonna have a free pay-per-view. If you want to end AEW or really stick it to them, take advantage of the time. You got a limited time. then you don't have to. I'll take commercial breaks at a commercial break spot because you have a limited time to give me the story building commercial break promos as part of the show. Or in picture, somebody's remember back in the day, fellas, when you had Macho Man or Honky Tonk Man or somebody, they cut in the promo while they're showing the show, even though we know WWE was recorded, so they're just doing an overlay. But either way, you had the heel talking trash, cutting the promo while we watching. So you like, ooh, I can't believe he said that. Especially Ventura about Tito Santana. Like, God dang, I thought, like, I know too much about the racism back in the day, but I can tell you that dude being called Chico was not correct. Like, Chico, like, God damn, somebody to whoop Ventura's ass for that. But that's what pisses me off about what they got going on. And I don't understand. If Netflix spent all that money, why would you not give them the free reign to do whatever? Makes no sense to me.
Well, I said
now,
something.
What's up, Anthony? We see you just jumped in.
I said something earlier, and before we even got off air, I wanted to show you guys something. When I tell you, I'm not lying.
Oh, snap. Yeah, boy.
I'm not lying.
And that's hold on. Let's spotlight that for those that have never seen or need to go back and no, Lord, I remember. There we go. How to do it. Yeah. There you go. Look at that. It's Mac tonight.
That was my comfort thing when I was a kid.
Man, how much do we have to beg to be able to go to McDonald's to get the Happy Meal that had that stuff in?
Man, see, that's just it. That shout out to my moms, man. I didn't have to beg to get the Happy Meal stuff. Now I didn't eat a whole lot of McDonald's, but I used to get the Happy Meal toys. Easy.
Oh, she worked at McDonald's? She worked at McDonald's? Okay,
Yes, sir.
So you had the inside track. Bougie ass.
No, the best thing was when she damn it, I thought I took myself off full screen.
Yeah, we did. You're off full screen.
The best thing was when they had the Hot Wheels.
Yep.
And like she brought me, I think I got about so many. I had about 40 cars, and I used to make a traffic jam in the hallway. Like it was just nothing but cars lined up in the hallway, just traffic jam. People trying to get to work, baby. Ain't nothing I can do. I'm trying to get to the bathroom where you got to wait. Traffic jam.
Yep. You can do what you don't want to do. Step on them. Find out the hard way. They made toys back in the day, sturdy toys. They don't make toys like they used to. Like, why the hell is Transformers made in plastic? Man, you could almost murder somebody with a goddamn Autobot if you wanted to.
Yeah, they were made of metal. The big ones were made of metal.
Metal.
Man, I showed my brother-in-law this the Transformer that I had as a kid. I had two of them. One of them was my grandmother got them from a yard sale. And one of them was fully functional. You could, stand them up and everything. The other one, you could get them into position, but it was hard to get them out because everything was kind of messed up. So we left him in the position. The other one we would just kind of mess around with. And I was like, when you open the wheels, like for the landing gear, and that metal wheel hits your knuckle, ooh!
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
The kids got the ass whipped. Like, when the last time you saw a kid play with a dump truck, a metal dump truck? Like, if you was getting bullied and you out there with your dump truck, you knew you had one weapon. Good old faithful. I'm going to knock the shit out of him.
That metal Tonka truck.
Heck yeah, boy. You could actually go to work with that.
Yeah.
Like little Jimmy, just go ahead and start loading up that daggone dirt and you just push that over there and shoot. Everybody working today. The crane actually picked up dirt. I mean, God dang. Yeah, these kids, they don't understand that, man. They don't understand. You give them some jacks and they looking at that like, what the hell is this?
What the hell is this?
Some weird shaped things. Like, how I play this? Like, I'm about to show you. About to tear y'all ass up with some jacks, boy. You don't know about that.
my final fumble. Now, this is a fumble that's been recovered and it's off and running. It's good. But they fumbled Danhausen's debut.
Did they?
I believe they did. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
And I mean, Sumo, you think they fumbled Danhausen debut? Because I think they did. I think they fumbled it, but they did a really, really good recovery. And he has been a shot in the arm for WWE.
They only fumbled it because they needed to see more from Danhausen to start with. People wanted more Danhausen.
Mm-hmm.
They what they got wasn't enough. So that's why they were booing. They were trying, the theory that anything the Jim Cornette theory that anything that comes out of a box is automatically over.
Yeah, minus the Gobbler Hooper.
Yeah, so I mean, they've been working that angle for a while, and they're still doing it. You don't know who's up under that cover with the science experiment. We know who it's supposed to be, but we don't really know who it is. So we're just gonna have to find out. But again, they just needed more Danhausen. They just needed to bring him out in a different way. It recovered very well, like you said, because the man's the number 2 merchandise pusher in the whole company behind Cody.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the man's making money hand over fist, and now he got a management team behind him. The same management team that works for them that the Miz is signed to.
Yep.
So I mean, there's no denying Danhausen right now.
No,
I think it shouldn't have been a pay-per-view reveal. It should have been part of a show. I think maybe that I do agree with that part of the fumble. I don't think it was pay-per-view worthy because, it's like, why do we have this happening? But if he would have appeared on SmackDown and then did a Danhausen moment for the pay-per-view, then I think it may have went over a little bit more smoothly. But like you said, it recovered. So, really doesn't matter at that point, because he's winning. Now, the question is, are they going to oversaturate, or are they going to make sure that they kind of do with R-Truth what they did, where, just the right place, the right time, the right situation? What the heck is R-Truth doing? Oh, my bad. That's on me. Those moments that just come out of nowhere you don't expect is what kept R-Truth, active. So I don't know.
And they still
I really thought they were about to mess up when they jumped Danhausen, because I talk about he wants a match with the Miz and Kit Wilson. I really thought they were about to mess that up, but they cleaned it up.
Yeah, they did.
They cleaned it up pretty well, So, like you said, though, I just hope that they do not start pushing Danhausen down our throats, because that would not be good for anybody.
But he would have made a great WWE 24/7 champion, because if he would have lost it and cursed somebody, or cursed them, and then something happened and he just walked by like, oh, look at this, put a finger on him, 1, 2, 3, became 24/7 champion. He could have rivaled him, and Truth could go back and forth, to see, let him build it up, but then Truth could be like, hold on, you almost had this more than me. Him and Truth could have a match. That'd be some great TV, just them promoting together. So, I know they won't do that. Or
they have a couple of times.
Or
because what did he call him? He said he was he said he thought he was somebody else. What? Who was it that he said he thought he was?
Ron Cena.
No. Who R-Truth said he thought Danhausen was.
Oh, I missed that one.
He called him somebody. He said it was. It wasn't Papa Shango. It was. Oh God, it was somebody else. It was somebody else with face paint, but they used face paint, but I can't think of who it was. Anyway, but yeah, they've had them two on a couple of times already. But like you said, you don't want to overdo that either.
Well, there's a way for it to work. WWE, listen, get your ears close. Get close. I know y'all look for these gems. Anthony
No,
said
it wasn't
Vampiro.
Vampiro.
Okay.
It wasn't Vampiro because Vampiro's never been on WWE television. It was somebody that was been on WWE television.
Okay. So we know Danhausen has gone to the home office and WWE offices. What if Danhausen went to the warehouse where they keep everything? And while he's traveling around, just hunting and doing stuff, do a couple segments, him discovering things, just being Danhausen. But this isn't shown on WWE TV. This is on the .com stuff. So that way you have to look for it. And then he comes up to a chest, and like a real chest, like a pirate's chest. Let me put it that way. Probably the best way to think about it. And then he opens it up and he finds the Cruiserweight Championship. And he takes it. And then he paints the Danhausen face on the front of the Cruiserweight Championship. And they just, now he's Championhausen. And he just goes around, just has it. Not challenging anybody or nothing. But he's got it. Kind of like, R-Truth, we're talking about I'm the 365 of the champ. He's like, hey, I'm a Championhausen. Still keeping the Miz in pocket because only the Miz can help this get over perfectly to where he does it so much and he's saying it so much. The Miz gets so mad that he just has to take the belt off of him. So now it becomes a revitalized championship match, and then they have to wrestle for it. Danhausen wins it, but now you got a Cruiserweight Championship that helps out Rey Fenix and everybody else. KG, you can jump in now.
I raised my hand because I wanted to let you finish fleshing that out. Exactly how you said it, but with the TV championship. Make it a television title instead. That way, we got it. It's got to be defended on TV. Danhausen gets what? More screen time.
Or anybody.
We talking about Danhausen. We talking about Danhausen.
Well, see, that's the thing. Danhausen doesn't need any more TV time. That's the problem. That's the problem he tried to avoid.
He can float with this situation because now he can go to NXT. He's a champion. He can go to SmackDown. He can go to Raw. Let him travel. Again, he's not defending it right away. He's just out there just getting on people's nerves with it. But then the Miz would be the first person or somebody in NXT. NXT would be a better full-fledged match. Like you would have a true match with somebody down at NXT. Why
would you want him to have a full-fledged match?
Just because he contractually he has to. I know in his contract he has to wrestle. Because at some point he has to wrestle. Yeah, he's wrestling right with the Miz and Kid Wilson right now. But size wise, NXT is his lock-in. Hell, he could even go to LFG looking for future greats and wrestle there. He could go to Evolve and wrestle there. Or just be there. Like he can travel the entire gambit of WWE freely with this championship to where, like I said, again, the Miz, he could go to AAA. The Miz is like, I'm tired of seeing all this buzz about a championship that's not real. And we know how the Miz is. The Miz going to put it over. It's not real. His eyes start turning red, getting bulged over. You know what I'm saying? He's just mad and he's just beaten down. Now he's following Danhausen. And now we could even do an angle. Danhausen gets kidnapped. Or the Miz gets kidnapped. No, actually, no. The Miz gets kidnapped. And Kit Wilson is trying to find the Miz. Remember, we did an angle. Who was that? Somebody got kidnapped back in WWE. And they did a whole summer segment. No, it was the Undertaker, right? It was. I know the Undertaker. They did is like, where is the Undertaker? That was something. And then he reappeared. Was it Paul Heyman? Somebody, maybe it was somebody got kidnapped, and they were looking for him. And I want to say they did something like that with Paul Heyman because I remember him being in a chair. Yeah. And they stuck him inside a cage, like a storage cage. Yeah. And they had him tied up in there. Excuse me. But they can run that. Danhausen could give them that ability. And then ultimately And it could culminate at WrestleMania, where Miz versus Danhausen 1-on-1. It could be in a gimmick match. Because, night one, it can be a gimmick match. I mean, you could do so many things with it. But it would give him a different lane. If he's on Evolve, like, well, I didn't see Danhausen today. Yeah, because he was on Evolve. You ain't watch Evolve? Now I got to watch Evolve to see if Danhausen's going to be there. Got to watch NXT, see if, Danhausen's going to be there. And then at the end of the day, the Miz has found him. He's caught up to him. And then just, now Danhausen's got to defend himself. You could do a whole Danhausen Rocky segment with R-Truth training him. He could be Rockyhausen. They could be playing Eye the Tiger in the background, and he over there chasing chickens, but that have a Danhausen shirt on or something. You could do so much entertaining stuff, and the Miz is over there on the flip side in the gym working with Sheamus, clanging and banging. Hell, if you can get Dwayne for a quick segment, he could be training with The Rock, or somebody else. And he's just trying to get the strength aspect of it, get this going, taking it seriously. And Danhausen is doing Eye of the Tiger and all this other, running in the snow with Dolph Lundgren, just random stuff. You see how you thinking about that, KG, and you can probably picture it in your head. What would these iconic scenes look like with Danhausen going through it to prepare for his real match with The Miz for a belt that isn't even real, so to speak. And then you have the match and let it be what it's going to be.
Now, I can see all of that. And I'm sitting here and I'm grabbing my head because I'm like, you'd have made so many references that we talked about this new generation wouldn't understand it. We get it. But I as I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to get pissed off because I know it's going to be on TV within the next 2 weeks to a month. We're going to see something of that aspect of a title being revived, because that's what happens when the Wrestlemaniacs book things, Sumo, you ever get your check?
Nope.
Don, you ever get your check?
I don't even know what a check look like anymore.
I ain't got mine either.
I stopped thinking about it. Like, I'm trying to get the direct deposit. At this point, let me get a gift card. Hell, let me at least get free admission to the WWE fan thing that they got going on. They're still collecting that. Like, God dang, you ain't got all the names already? Just let me know how much it's going to cost. That's all I want to know.
Let me put it to you like this. If it shows up on TV, you hear it on another podcast, know you heard it here first. Mm-hmm. It's 10:43 on May the 30th. So if you hear it anytime after this, know the People's Choice Don Rodriguez fleshed that all out tonight. I don't want nobody taking credit for nothing because I'm coming for next now. I want my check.
And if you don't think it's possible, here's what I will tell you in correlation. I've heard so much goddamn Michael Jackson. Karaoke, TikTok, YouTube in my household from 9-year-olds singing the wrong words to Beat It, Billie Jean, and all this stuff. Just think about that. They don't have the live access to the King of Pop like we did. They're getting it all proxy from a movie commercial or social media, and they're just eating it alive. Imagine what that could do if through that situation I just talked about, Rocky is brought back with that. You could do Terminator. Well, they've kind of done Terminator before, but you could call back to the Terminator and that. You could go through some classic fight stuff or whatever through that Danhausen situation to lead up to that match. And these kids would go find it, look it up, and eat it alive.
Yes.
That's what TKO is not focused on right now, is the next generation. They're burning out the current.
That's the problem. This is not just a WWE problem. It's everything with the fumbles, everything. It's the TKO problem. Mm-hmm. Because they're like a horse with blinders on. They're looking like this with tunnel vision. You're not looking at the big picture. You're not looking left. You're not looking right. You're not looking up. You're not looking down. You're not looking long term. And that's the problem, is we don't have, where's the long-term fuse really? Everything fizzles out. I thought Nia Jackson and Jade Cargill was supposed to be beefing. That died out. You know, you put Lash Legend and Nia Jax together. You don't take any time to cultivate that. That should be absolutely awesome. You got two former women's basketball players, number one. Two of the tallest women in WWE, and you're not even using them right.
In my opinion, KG, we have finally come to the time when any woman in the WWE that wants to get pregnant, perfect time to do it. Ain't shit going on.
Bianca Belair said it perfectly. Don't get a Street Profits no time off because Angelo Dawkins' wife is pregnant as well.
Yep. Both of them went ham.
Yep.
And Bailey was just on the WWE Fanatics co-sponsor Stephanie McMahon podcast talking about, well, I just got to find the right person. So she thinking about it. Hell, Natalia can adopt. So, I mean, you know, let these young girls, Tiffany Strattons and all them that's out there, you know, living their best life, let them go ahead and get their shine. Charlotte, you ain't got nothing to do. Might as well get it in now. 9 months, you can come back. You ain't got nothing to lose. Naomi's coming back. She ain't got hers. So she can come back. Bianca will be back eventually. She ain't got hers. Jade is good. She got a daughter. It's not necessary unless she really wants to. So she's good. Like I said, Nia can go ahead and do that. Let Lash Legend, you know, branch out. She just got married, so she good. Or about to get married. You know, everybody else. What's the name? Alexa Bliss. She's got a baby. She's good. Liv probably may not anytime soon. Rhea ain't got nothing else to do. Asuka, shoot, she definitely need to hurry up.
I think Rhea's next.
Yeah,
because I saw an interview with her talking about how she's getting a bed.
Yeah, because everybody else got babies, and they see it now. It's possible to come back, but more importantly, this is the proper time to do it because ain't nothing going on. And you got 9 months enough to go through WrestleMania. You can show up at WrestleMania Night 2. Bianca proved it. Hey, look at this. I'm pregnant. Ah! Oh, snap. That's awesome. Now your brand just went up, and now you're taking baby photos. Or pregnancy photos, rather. So,
gentlemen, I want to announce it here because I am so happy. I am so happy to be here.
Oh, God. If you got another one, we need a daggone pandemic.
So no.
Bigger check.
It's final. The San Antonio Spurs 111, the Oklahoma City Thunder 103, Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Thank you. We're going to get some real basketball in the finals. I will be watching the finals from Game 1 to Game 7 because it's going 7 Knicks and 7. Let's go. Let's go.
Man, the hell with basketball. We talking about the Las Vegas, whatever the fuck their name is, against the Carolina Hurricanes. Go Canes!
Oh, that's a beautiful transition because we will be talking about that to two of our resident Caniacs tomorrow morning on the Sunday Ride, 11 a.m.
There you go. So, hey, Anthony, you're going to hate this because I know you got some comments you've been popping in, but we about to tap this puppy out. This is one of them shows where we just let the wind blow where it wanted to take us. So we talked about a lot of shit. Some of it really had nothing to do with wrestling. And then the back end of it, we brought it home. But now we're going to have to give you all something to want to talk to. So we'll cover New Japan and you know, we'll review what happened with this tribal combat. It's like, what the hell? You know, how many different ways you're going to slap a different look on a false count anywhere, you know, anything goes, blah, blah, blah. Whatever match. It's like, who the hell cares? We know Roman's winning. Like,
lazy booking.
Z booking. Yep. It's like,
in the words Jim Cornette.
Yeah. But at least put him in a Hell in a Cell. Make Jacob work for it.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Why not bring back Cyber Tuesday so the people can book the matches?
But remember, John Cena kind of is doing that, maybe, kind of. If they can work out the logistics of how somebody that lost their match becomes champion because the people wanted that. That's still got to be the tough sell.
Yeah, I don't get what he's talking about. So I don't know.
I get the thought process.
They really gonna have to hash that thing out, because that was a mess when he said it.
Yeah,
and that's why they gave no date. The only thing that they could ever do that's real, that they could make real. I'm sorry, because we know the other ones were gimmick. But if they do spin the wheel, make the deal for real, and then just let it book itself, I'm cool with that. And if they do a draft,
not rigged the wheel, yeah.
Right. If they do a draft and it's for real, and people are coming out, or if they want to pair it with a 2K video game and let that auto draft, and that what the show would be, for that night or something like that, or AI book or whatever, I'm cool with that. But other than that, yeah, we'll never get what we really want, because there's too many hands in the pot.
No. It's too many people that's sitting in a room and don't know what the hell they're talking about, and then the ones that know what they're talking about are the ones that are not getting listened to.
Well, shoot, when you have the president of TKO telling you what you're going to have to do, you're only going to take that for so long before you realize, hey, let me just ask them what they want me to do versus me trying to, do what I need to do.
But if you were running a corporation, I'm posing this to you, Don, and you, Sumo. You running a corporation, you know something. Would you hire people that were smarter than you on the same subject to work under you, so you always had an edge over everybody else?
Yep. And I would even put myself in a box. I would say, hey, look, Triple H, 4 times a year, I want 4 cards. That's it. Just 4. I don't know why is the camera. 4 cards. If I give you that card, then that means that I get to change something that time. 4 times a year, I just want to have carte blanche to be able to alter something that you just got to be like, okay. So if I know there's something I'm trying to navigate and bridge the gap, like, I don't know if you saw, but Charlotte found out that she's supposed to be doing autograph signing for the UFC event at the White House. She didn't even know about it. She found it on social media. So if that was a card I would pull, okay, hey, I need these wrestlers here for that event. Maybe they'll do a preliminary match or something. I don't know, whatever. You got to do it. But out of 365 days, out of 52 Monday Night Raws, out of 24 pay-per-views or whatever, I only got 4 bites at the apple. That's fair. But just know, when I pull that card, it has to happen. One of them's going to be WrestleMania weekend. That's a given. The other 3, we just figure it out as it goes. That's all I would do. Other than that, run your show. But I need you to run your show. I need Sean to run his show. Y'all in competition. And I need whomever is in charge of SmackDown to run that. That's all.
Shawn Michaels need to stop hanging out with Sexy Red. It's not becoming.
Hey, let that man cook, okay? After the first time he saw her twerk, he was done. Just saw a look on his face. He was done. The moment she started moving them things up, she's like, yeah, he was done. Mesmerized.
Ain't nothing pink or brown on her.
Thank God he wasn't by Cardi. He'd mess around and had a heart attack. But surprisingly, they don't have Doja Cat. I don't understand that. She's a big fan.
Lord, no.
You don't want no Doja Cat over there?
No, I don't.
Dang.
No Doja Cat, no Cardi B, no Sexy Red, no Glorilla, no Brorilla, no none of that. Like I'm on the fence with Lil Yachty because he actually fits in, so I'm cool with that. But yeah,
what about Elle Duncan? Can I get an Elle Duncan interview in there somewhere? She can't do nothing. Slide her in, she'd be safe. Maybe Joy Taylor. Slide Joy Taylor in there. Roxy Diaz.
Joy Taylor, Molly Kareem.
I'm surprised they didn't pick up Molly. I'm surprised they didn't pick up Molly.
over there. Keep them away.
They're not away. They showing up on First Take.
But see,
First Take is basically another wrestling show. Quarter of the time now.
Pretty much. But Molly Kareem, after she got LeVar Ball banned off the show, yeah, I look at her with the side eye like you. But like it also is
LeVar Ball, so you do have to like kind of give her a little grace.
She got him banned off the show over something that he said on every show he's ever been on. When they say switching gears, he's like, "Oh, yep, switching gears." And she was like, "All right, is it okay if we switch gears?" He said, "No, it's all good. We can switch gears. I switch gears with you." Oh, he sexually harassed me. But he says that every show. He didn't say, "Oh yeah, baby, I'd switch gears with you anytime. Come on down, shift here."
Mm-hmm.
And that got him banned from ESPN as a whole.
For nothing.
And all she said was, "I didn't like him." Well, damn, that was kind of cold-blooded.
Mm-hmm. Now you
this man brought you a lot of viewership. It was cold-blooded, baby. It's cold-blooded.
Yep. Yeah, there's always something else there, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it's time to wrap this puppy up, KG. We did an hour for each week we wasn't there, basically. And so hopefully y'all enjoyed us giving y'all some time that we missed y'all. Hopefully you missed us. Thank you for riding with us in this crazy show. Lord knows we started off very interesting. So if you came at the tail end, go ahead and watch the Wrestlemaniacs on that throwback of the throwback. Good show. Sumo, you got anything before we wrap it up?
No. The end of the Super Juniors, the best of the Super Juniors is coming up next on Sunday, June 7th. The greatest day ever created in history.
What's happening June 7th? It's not like it's your birthday or something.
Oh, it is.
Oh, man.
Guess
you're going to celebrate, huh?
Oh, yeah. We'll celebrate.
Mm-hmm. How old are you going to be, Sumo, on June 7th?
I'll be 56.
56. God.
56. Old ass man.
With no kids. He going to be in the damn strip club.
Ain't no strip clubs around here.
Oh, you'll find one at 56. You can find one if you want one. If not, I guarantee you can go on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody will show up. If not, I'll send my free hose.
No, you don't know. I don't want none of your hoes.
When Sumo said,
"Ain't no scalawags where they are,"
he said, "Ain't no strip club around here." I had to think for a minute. I'm like, "Yes, it is." And I was like, "No, that's closed. No, that's closed."
Ain't no strip club. The last one that was open just recently closed. About within the last few months.
Hey, you can do a pop-up strip club. You can start a new business right there. It's a whole untapped industry. Just show up.
I'm gonna go back to COVID and do the drive-through strip clubs. You ain't even gotta leave your car.
That's right.
VIP is in the parking lot.
Yeah, true that. Hey, you want some wings? Yeah, just go ahead and set them on the side. Yep.
Bring back Clancy's.
Rolling back the ATM machine back and forth between cars.
Back to the stations.
So, y'all need to stop before y'all start getting in trouble. KG, we don't need you to start flashing back. That's what I thought. Stay safe, fellas. Especially KG. Stay safe. Now, you notice I ain't even joining in that one. I ain't saying their goddamn name. Not a one. And in the DMV or the ATL or Chicago, ain't saying not a one.
Look, I am my hands up.
Or Vegas or Daytona, ain't saying not a one. But I will give a shout out because I did talk about it to the deaf girl that stripped at that going bar that one night. Blew my mind. Because I'm still trying to figure out this chick is on beat. Didn't find out she was deaf until she walked up. I can't say it because we get canceled. But she spoke to me. I was like, what the fuck? No. Oh, Sway. Oh. Look, I got to tip you now. Bartender was like, yeah, if you watch, you got to tip. Like, dude, I'm tipping because I understand how she just did what she did. Got that going, bless the disabilities of the world. Killing it. I was also drunk as heck and thought the dude looked like George Clooney. But, you know, I think that was about 7 to 8 Fruity Pebbles and 3 chocolate cakes. And I don't know what else. After that, I don't know whatever the hell she gave us to drink. And then went to work the next morning. That's where I discovered bitters. Because I was hung over. It's like, drink some of this. You'll throw up, and then you'll be ready for the shift. All right, then. It was NFL Sunday. Woo! Yeah, good times.
I'm going to leave it alone.
Yeah, you leave that alone, dog. Because if you ever see somebody and then she opened them, I'm telling you, KG, as soon as she said what she said, I was like, oh, no, this chick is deaf.
Look, after we get off air, I'll tell you why I'm leaving it alone. That's all I'm going to say. I'll tell you why I'm leaving it alone after we get off air.
Like, this son bitch got me. That's the best kayfabe ever right there. God dang. But all right. So outside of that, shout out to people that are hearing impaired. I appreciate y'all and, you know, touch tone and all that stuff. Thank you very much for everything that you do. You're capable truly of any and everything you put your mind to, even if it's the pole. So with that, I say diversify your bonds. Just don't jump on the pole too soon.
What did you watch?